We're headed to Dallas for this week's 5-Star Feature. There's been a lot of high school basketball talent in the Dallas area in recent years. Just ask Coach Joe Duffield. He's seen a who's who of star recruits visit this gym at Lake Highlands High School.
I'm a firm believer that the Metroplex has some of the best basketball in the nation. People talk a lot about football in Texas, obviously, rightfully so, but also basketball here in Dallas is very, very good. In our district over the last 6 or 7 years, we've had guys like Drew Timme, Cason Wallace, Jemias Ramsey, Michael Peavy, Marcus Garrett. I mean, guys who have done it at a high level in college and pros. So, we've been tested every night in our district, and winning in district and in the playoffs in Dallas is very challenging.
But the great talent he's seen hasn't always been on the opposing bench. He currently has the #1 prospect in the country for the 2024 class, Tre Johnson.
I step on the court, I feel like I'm the best player on the court at all times, no matter who I'm playing against or who else is out on the court. That's just confident wherever I go, like whenever. But whenever I step on, I'm not really trying to show what I can do. Everybody knows what I can do. I'm just trying to do whatever the team needs for us to win.
Tre's father, Richard, was a high school star in the area and spent a couple of years at Baylor before finishing his college career in Division II and then playing professionally. He's now an assistant coach at Lake Highlands.
He was coaching girls basketball at a nearby school, and we had a job opening. And when he came over, I think Tre was in 7th grade. That's when we first, got to know Tre. I'd known his father already, but you kind of saw him as a 7th grader. Saw he had a high basketball IQ and was a gym rat. But never did you realize how special he was going to be, here a couple years later.
He's experienced success playing basketball since Little League 1st grade, 2nd grade. He's been different. One of the bigger kids with a skill set, with a guard skill set, and just being able to do some of the things he can do with his size, kind of separated him.
Tre's now a 6'5" shooting guard who can always bring a crowd to its feet.
I try to bring my playmaking and my defense ability. It's something I've been working on my defense mainly a lot, but I've always been a great playmaker and to make plays easier for others and to score for myself.
I think the most impressive thing has just been how he's kind of continued to add things to his game, kind of find areas maybe of weakness and turn them into strengths. He's gotten stronger, he's gotten more athletic, and just kind of every year he kind of adds pieces that make him more of a better all-around player. I think people, when they watch Tre play, the things that stand out immediately are his offensive skill set. He shoots the ball really well. In today's game, that's really important. And he can really do things at all 3 levels. He handles the ball, he finishes around the rim, and he can shoot it from deep and from mid-range. And I think when you pair that with, his physical, he's 6'6", he's long, his athleticism there, I think people project to see, that he's a player that fits into the pro game really well.
Word gets around pretty quickly when you're as highly rated as Tre is. Opposing teams scheme to slow him down, while their fans attempt to get in his head. But he's taking it all in stride. He knows he can't control what people write or say about it, so he's just focused on winning games, and he knows he has a talented team that can pick up the slack when he has a tough night.
We definitely see a lot of different defenses, a lot of different coverages. People throw a lot at Tre, double teams, triple teams. And I think as a coaching staff, we've tried to find ways to make sure he's able to get going and then find ways to maybe exploit that and let our other guys be effective and score in different spots. So, it's definitely been challenging at times, figuring things out and still putting our guys in positions to be successful, but I think we've done a good job so far.
That's perfect because, my playmaking ability, I like to pass, to get my other teammates involved. So if you're going to have all the focus and all the worry on me, then that just leaves my other teammates open for good opportunities, and they're going to help them get off their shots.
It's exciting, it's kind of what our plans were, when he wasn't ranked in middle school, we just kept grinding, and, those were our plans. So I didn't expect for him to be #1 till probably, his junior, senior year, but sophomore year he came out, ESPN had him ranked #4. So, I thought it was kind of high, but, we had to deal with it, put a target on his back, but he's enjoyed it and just kept grinding, and now he's #1, so we're just going to keep doing what got us here.
I think he's handled it really well. He's a humble, hardworking kid. I don't think he pays too much attention to all that stuff. He really just wants to win and come in every day and work really hard on his game and just continue to improve.
Tre has his Lake Highlands team in the state semifinals this weekend. When the season ends, the attention will shift to what Tre does next. While he still has a high school season to play, he'll likely spend the summer taking a closer look at all the colleges who have expressed interest. Being as highly ranked as he is, Trey could also be tempted to look at some professional options until he's draft eligible.
Mainly the family part, like the relationships people have and just like the campus and like how people are there. And then like academics would be a big part. And then there's the culture of the program, like if they're about winning, because that's the main thing to me, just winning overall.
We're kind of waiting to see because they're coming back with going to the NBA out of high school. So that's what we're hoping for, if that's possible. If not, we plan on probably going to college, being a one and done or whatever. But I mean, we're not going to skip any steps. We're just going to keep grinding, keep trying to get better.
Whatever the future holds, it certainly looks bright for this dynamic scoring guard from Dallas. Thanks for checking out Sports Stars of Tomorrow on YouTube. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like and please subscribe to our channel so you see all of the latest content.